Good morning, everybody. Mel Sol here on a chilly Wednesday morning, December the 21st. And on Wednesdays, we talk about course management Wednesdays. And what I want to talk to you about today is not only managing your game on the course, but managing the clubs that you play with. So depending on the course, what I'd like you to do in your first few rounds of 2017 is keep a note of each club that you hit. Doesn't worry whether it was a good shot or a bad shot or how far it went. Just write down, you hit a driver off the tee, you hit a 5-iron, then you hit a pitching wedge, and count only full shots. So if you hit it to within 50 yards of the green, you hit a little pitch shot, don't count that. So all the pitch shots, and if you count over, say, let's take 6 or 7 rounds. Now you get an idea of, based on the golf course that you play on a regular basis, which clubs you use the most and which clubs you hardly ever use at all. And so you want to manage the clubs in your bag to fit the golf course that you play on a regular basis. If the course is very narrow, maybe you don't use your driver that often. This is the first tee of the Tupelo Bay Executive Golf Course. So there's a lot of senior citizens that play on this course. This is their home course, so it's not very long. It's very fun for them to play. But if I had to play this here on a regular basis, there are only 4 par 4s, and all 4 of them, although they're narrow and they've got really tough little tee shots, and if you want to have a look at the course, go to my homepage and click on one of those videos that gives a description of Tupelo Bay. You'll be impressed with this little executive course. But one of the clubs I would leave out of my bag here would be my driver. Really, on the 4 par 4s, I can take my 3-wood, knock it down there, and still have a short club into the green. So I would eliminate my driver. That would leave space for me to add another club into my bag. I might add, I've got a 2 hybrid here, so I don't have a 3-iron, so maybe I hit a 3-iron, maybe I take a 5-wood. Maybe there's some par 3s here. I know the 10th hole, which is right over here, is a par 3 that's about 210 yards. Maybe a 5-wood would work very well for me there. I don't know unless I keep a track of the clubs that I hit on a regular basis and then go through it and say, okay, weed out clubs that you don't use a lot and put clubs in that you think will help you improve your score. When I played on tour, and I know that the PGA Tour players do this, I had about 18, 19 clubs that I used to travel with. And then based on the golf course I was playing, I used to have, for example, 2 sand wedges, one with a lot of bounce and one with a little bit of bounce. If the golf course had fluffy sand, I'd use the one with a lot of bounce. If the golf course had fairly hard sand, I'd use the one with a little bit less bounce. If the course is narrow, then I might put a 2-iron in, or in those days I used to have a 1-iron that I used to use a lot. So I would take the 3-wood out and put the 1-iron in. So use this to improve your game in 2017. I will be reporting next week from sunny Mexico. While everybody here is freezing, I will be in the 78 to 80 degree weather. Tomorrow we will still be here in South Carolina, so stay warm, everybody.